One questioner noted the cuts to public education and higher education and asked how can we continue to attract high-quality educators with those cuts. Another is skeptical of the tools that have been given to local school districts and says that they believe that they will cause devastating cuts. And finally, a questioner says we are trying to encourage business in the state, but we're actively defunding education, and how does that square? So would you like to respond to that and to talk about education funding going forward?
The attraction of good talent, I believe, is on everyone's mind as we look at how to face the budget cuts. Everyone knew that they were coming. I don't think that there were any surprises that the budgets were going to be cut. Everyone knew that we'd have to look at new ways of funding. Everyone knew that everyone would be asked to participate in some way going forward. So we needed to create a situation where education could stay strong. In many conversations with the chancellor here at the university, who I thought might be here today, but Brian expressed his interest in dealing with these cuts with the tools that we provided through limiting collective bargaining, for example. That would provide the basis for this budget. It actually was the heart of this budget, so that he would have the tools to move forward and actually do responsible hiring. And basing that on the pool that's out there, of course we have a smaller university, so we actually went to work and fought for more flexibility for the local colleges, so I'll address the higher education portion of it a little bit. But it seemed that every university in our area, River Falls, Stout, and Eau Claire, who all have a wonderful collaboration, they get along so well, they actually know how to run their universities in a streamlined and lean fashion. And they were never given the freedom to do that until this budget. And so they were very, very grateful that we could move forward and they can actually have a say in hiring without making every decision go to the Board of Regents, which is a very, very tough process. And if we believe government is difficult to maneuver through, I believe that the Board of Regents is one of the more difficult political bodies in the state, according to what I had heard from the local chancellors. So they're very, very glad that many of the tools that came down are available to them, and I think that the quality of education is going to actually become stronger as with time. I firmly believe that this is a correction period. I think that we're going to go through a cut and we're going to come out stronger on the other side, because everyone is going to be more creative. Everybody will be more willing to look at what do we have that isn't working that we can eliminate. And we need to keep strong teachers, and I know that we will. There are so many teachers. I spoke to one teacher who was retiring, and I just was curious, and she said that there was a recent hiring, and I said, how many people applied for that job? She said 400. 400 really talented people, and she said, I was happy to move aside because this would provide someone new with new ideas a chance to, and she made the decision not based on economics. It was just time for her to retire. But it was interesting to me to know that education is going to be so strong because we have great colleges and we have great education ethics. I know that people love to teach. And my father was a teacher, my brother was a teacher, and they got into the business because they love children and they love to pass on their knowledge. And I know that that will not change.